Bitcoin finally breaks the $50,000 range. Hi crypto fans, welcome to CCS Cryptocurrency State. My name is Santiago, I'm a web developer and investor, and in today's video we are going to do some technical analysis regarding the Bitcoin price, and we are going to set some possible trace alerts that we could do in the short term. And let's check also some news regarding this new all-time high that Bitcoin has reached. Before we begin, please subscribe to the channel, click the bell to get the notifications and like the video. And leave us a comment. Are you buying Bitcoin right now or you are waiting for a pullback before the 50k level? Without anything more, let's go into it. Hey guys, well today Bitcoin finally passes the 50k level. Now we are a little down of the 49,000. We have a pullback from that level. That was a psychological break into Bitcoin price, and that was a very bad milestone in the chart. Let's go check it that a little bit. And the dominance has been falling a little bit, like 0.5% since we hit that level and passed the 50k. If we go to this chart, we are checking Bitcoin against USDT in Binance in the 1 hour time frame. And if you see, we are been in this rising wedge for a long time already. We have like another touch here, another here, and another here, like 4 touches on the bottom of this trend line, and another 4 in the top of the trend line. So at least you need to have 2 or 3 touches to say that the trend line is a good trend line as support or resistance. One thing that I don't see too much in many YouTubers that show their charts is that even you can say that the rising wedge is in this area, you can extend your lines in the chart and see if you have more confluence of support and resistance. For example, this one here, this is a very big resistance in the chart of this trend line, because we have been battling a little bit near that trend line here, but here it was a big resistance that took us all the way back to here. And then we have this big leg breaking that the same line of the resistance, and then here acting as support, and from down there we always touch it as support. From now we have a wick here that were below that, but we are mostly interested in the candles in the body of the candles. The body of the candles are where the price they start and close. The wicks tell us a story about what happened during that time, but the facts are the open and close of the candles. So I usually use the candle bodies. So from this we can say that we have resistance here, and from there we have all support over this trend line. We only have resistance over this trend line until we break the 50,000 level here. We went into $50,600 on Binance, and then we get back again into the down. Now we are in the $48,000. So even if we broke that psychological level, we need to continue looking at this falling wedge. If you are not familiar with this pattern is basically a bearish pattern. So usually you have a 60% chance to go down when the pattern breaks. But you need to consider another stuff. Usually the pattern goes from a bearish trend, we create the falling wedge, and then it's a continuation pattern where we probably will have the 60% chance to go down. Right now we are in the falling wedge from a uptrend. So we can here always creating higher lows, and we enter into this falling rising wedge. And even if we have the 60% of probability to go down, and even because we are in a bull market also, you have a potential, I would say 50-50 chance to go up in this case. So you need to always trade this when the pattern is break, not before. We don't trade inside the pattern. That's very risky. So for example, if you want to be bearish on this pattern and say that we could break that, you probably will enter in a position from the last support and resistance here. For example, you can wait a break of the rising wedge over here and start a trade mainly over the next point of support and resistance that it was like here. Sorry, over there. So you can enter a risky trade over here as soon as you break the pattern, but you need to consider that we have weeks over this. So a better strategy will wait a little of confluence here, and maybe if you break into the downside, you wait the retest of this as a resistance, and if you have that confirmation, this will be your point to enter a short position. And for the long-term positions, you probably will need to wait the last price that we have as an all-time high. That will be $50,600, and from there you probably will wait for a confirmation also. The best way to trade this is wait the confirmation on the retest as with the trend as support now. So when you hit that as support, and you will be sure that it's not a fake out and it's not just a week on the time frame that you are checking that. If we go a little bigger of the charts, here the rising wedge is much more clear. I am not sure really if we are going to go up or down right now, but breaking the $50,000 is an important thing. In the long-term perspective, we are still very bullish. The RSI, even if in the 72 points, is not completely overextended. Stochastic RSI are pointing down, so we could have a downtrend here. If we go into the ribbon, we will see that from a long time already we didn't break this ribbon of support. So until we continue doing this, the best expectation is to continue going up in price. In terms of the dominance, sorry, I need to reload this. In terms of Bitcoin dominance, we are still continue battling a little bit into this range of support and resistance lines. Let me go a little far away from here. This was our last altcoin season. All altcoins were exploding, and we get into this resistance level in Bitcoin, and from there we are going with a rebound from here. So we need to check this level that we are playing right now, which is the 62.4, I will say. It's the level that we are right now, almost. And then our next level, it will be the 64. We have a lot of confluence on the 64. If we break that, probably Bitcoin will make another leg. So the Bitcoin dominance chart also will show you and help you in your trades on the middle and long-term perspective. So for now, just wait for the rising wedge to play out and see what's happened. In another news, we already have this news that Bitcoin hits the $50,000. This is a historic milestone for Bitcoin price, like I said here. Psychologically, it's a very big step. It's like the last all-time high that we had breaking that level. It's something like that in terms of psychology. Bitcoin has achieved the 50,000 and bullish news, institutional adoption, and major companies like MicroStrategy adding to their Bitcoin's allocations. And this has been the last news of the last weeks because of what MicroStrategy and Michael Saylor has been doing with another companies. The move of Bitcoin put, of course, a hit the psychology significance of the 50,000 mark once again. After several days of sideways movement, as two slots between whales emerge. Well, we have the news last week that Tesla buy and MasterCard's acceptance announcements were made public days after MicroStrategy dedicated Bitcoin for corporations. Summit attracted an audience of around 8,000 executives. This is important. Michael Saylor, I really like that guy. If you didn't say an interview that Thinking Crypto did with him, please check that. Shout out to Thinking Crypto. He may do an amazing interview with him. He's trying to convince the majority of the CEOs of companies like Elon Musk did. And we know for sure that Michael Saylor talked in private with Elon Musk. And after days of that, we discovered that Elon Musk bought $1.5 billion of Tesla backup cash into Bitcoin. And that's the moment that Michael Saylor is generating around the world into the middle and big companies right now, saying that Bitcoin is the best asset to hold, and convincing people to allocate part of the cash reserves that the company holds into Bitcoin. That will create a lot of scarcity, and you can see my video that I did why buy Bitcoin in 2021, which is based on this law of supply and demand. So that's it for today. So just for the trades, check the Rissing Wedge that we already formed from 8th of February already, and you can set a trade after we break the pattern. That's it for today. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell to get the notifications. We see you tomorrow with another new video. Bye bye, guys.